Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the collective. Collective, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Everyone, I hope that you're doing well. This reading today is all about the messages from Mother Gaia. Messages from Mother Gaia. I'm doing these collective readings just to change up the energy a little bit on the channel. So I'm going to be using two decks for this reading today. The first one for the overall energy, doing a little backwards. We're going to use tarot for the overall energy and oracle for the main spread. The tarot for the great outdoors, which is an amazing deck that was gifted to me. Tarot for the great outdoors, and for the main spread, the Earth Power Oracle. So the cards have been pre-shuffled. Angel Spirits Guides, thank you. Didn't even get out the words. What messages do you have for the collective, please? The overall energy, what Mother Gaia wants to speak to you about. The Six of Sticks and number 17 of the Major Arcana, the Star. So I want to actually start with the Six of Sticks, or the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands can often talk about victory, public recognition, accolades, awards, promotion. This sense that people are a witness to something that you have accomplished, something that you are celebrating. It's interesting though, because in this depiction, there is rain and inclement weather situations. We're not in the most comfortable of circumstances. And so there's something to that. It's almost like within your relationship to nature, it hasn't always been easy for you to navigate it. Maybe you're a city dweller. Maybe you're somebody who isn't really in tune with what is going on in the environment. Maybe that's not something that preoccupies your thoughts. So it could be something that, it's not to say that you're afraid of exploring that side of yourself or that connection, but it hasn't come very easy. Maybe you've had experiences where you connected with earth energy, with grounding energy, with your own sense of self within your own body, and it's been something uncomfortable. Like every victory that you had to work really, really hard for, which is sometimes what the Six of Wands can be about. It's like it didn't come easily, right? But it's almost like, you know, they don't look upset. It's like they put themselves in this situation so that they could have a memorable experience. I connect to nature, but I don't personally go camping or anything like that. That is not something that would be enjoyable for me. But it is for some people. And so I see this as though, yes, it's been kind of a challenge for you, but you've met the challenge. And now there's this sense with the Star that through that challenge, through that very thing, was the healing that resulted from it, and the wish fulfillment. So anytime I see Joshua trees, right? So U2, the band U2, it's one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite. And so anytime I see Joshua trees, I think of their album, The Joshua Tree, which is one of the best albums of all time. So the number 27 is coming to my mind because Bono was 27 years old when he created that album with the band. I don't even remember what I was doing when I was 27 years old, probably going to concerts and watching them play and not doing anything useful. But when I think of that, I think of Joshua Tree, I think of that album, I think of him being 27 years old. I feel as though there's this level of accomplishment. And it's crazy. This is my second reading of the day, and here come the fire engines or whatever it is. And it only happens when I turn the camera on. Like, it just, when the camera's off, there's nothing. It's quiet. There's nothing happening. It just further emphasizes to me that this message is very important, that it's almost like Spirit wants you to acknowledge where you've been. And so in terms of what Mother Gaia is saying, it's almost like maybe you've actually traversed, I see coordinates in my mind's eye. It's like you've actually traveled some distance to get, because there's traveling here too. They're on a path. Maybe you've traveled some distance to get to where it is that you are presently. And that could have involved some kind of physical move. It could be in an environment that is foreign to you. These two environments are very different. This is a desert scene. This is a forest scene. So Spirit is bringing that to my attention as well. And maybe in that move, you realized what it is that you might have been lacking this whole time. So I'm about to take a trip outside of my country, like for the first time since before the pandemic. Okay, so it's not that I haven't been on a plane in a while, but I haven't been out of country in a very long time, and I'm a little anxious about it, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. But the person I'm going to see is my twin flame, actually, and I told him that I haven't seen like a beach or water on a grand scale in probably, I don't even know, over 10 years. I can't remember the last time I was at a beach. And that made me really sad, you know, because I miss that connection to the ocean. I miss that connection to that environment. I think it's really important for me that I see it and I express that, right? And so it really makes a difference when maybe you've been in a landlocked place. I mean, I'm lucky. I live on a coast, so I do see water. It's not about that, but maybe that's been your scenario. You've been in a place where you were landlocked, or maybe you live on an island, and there's something about the environment that has really affected you. And during this transition, to those who that story is resonating for, maybe have put you closer to the land and to Spirit in some way. So let me get the base spread. So the first pile is going to be your journey with Mother Gaia. The second pile will be the next steps on your path. And the third pile will be advice from Spirit. 3 cards are out. The first pile, your journey with Gaia. Troy, to exchange my gifts with the world is a positive act. Teamwork is necessary. While I can learn from the stories of others, I can create my own mythos. Beauty is eternal. Revenge has its consequences. That's an interesting way to end what was otherwise a very lovely message. It's almost as if Spirit has a little bit of a warning. That's interesting. I don't know if you can see in the corner here. There are these like glyphs. That's interesting. For some of you, you may have been downloading codes, like light codes. I have done that. I don't know what they mean. It's like Spirit showed me the message, but they didn't give me the cipher, you know? I still have hang-ups about that. There's something to that. It's like a hidden message or a hidden code, something unspoken, something it's interesting too, right? In all three of these images, there is some kind of path. This feels like legacies. That the path that the trailblazers, the ones that created the path before you were even incarnated on the earth, right? It's like their legacy and their history lives in that space. You could have moved to a space, the space of your ancestors. Like if your family immigrated and then you moved back to that place, maybe because you felt an affinity to it. If that is not part of your story, it could just be talking about like really getting in touch with family history, learning more about that, learning more about the paths that they walked, even if you're not in that physical space. And the lessons, right? What are the lessons that they learned? Revenge has its consequences. I mean, maybe they see, because I see this as what's it called? What do they call it? In chess, what do they call it? The rook? Oh gosh. There's a piece in chess that's like a horse, right? What do they call it? I think it's called a rook. But now I can't remember. Because what's the castle thing called? I don't know. You guys tell me. I see this as a chess piece. And there's strategy involved. There's movement involved, but in a very calculating way. So maybe whereas your family history or the people that have come before you made certain decisions, it's like now you want to make more calculated decisions. You want to live your life in such a way that makes more sense to you, because here it says, I can create my own mythos. So it's like you writing the narrative for yourself. But it has to do with place and space. Just like I said that I haven't been to the ocean in years and years and years. I have an affinity to that space. If I really wanted to go there, I would, right? And there's a little aspect of laziness too. But there could be something that you're traveling to kind of reconnect to it. And in that experience, you're learning some things that may not be ideal. They may not be stories that people like to reiterate, right? Because now I'm seeing, our parents, grandparents, etc., may have participated in things that were not so great, right? Like our family lineage. There have been wars. There have been trials, right? And there could be something that one wouldn't like to bring up or talk about. And I almost see that as this discovery here. And you saying, I'm going to kind of heal that family karma. It stops with me. And that's kind of the plight of light workers, isn't it? If you identify as like an empath or a light worker, that's what we're here to do. it stops that cycle of repeat, and that karma just stops with us. I'm going to pull a card from the tarot for a clarifier. Thank you, Spirit. Page of Stones. Page of Pentacles. Brand new beginning, right? But like you taking steps to make that brand new beginning for yourself. Pages are new energy. Pentacles is earth energy, right? So it's apropos that an earth card would flip out, right? And really trying to find our way. Oh my God, that's so funny. So there is a reader on YouTube who's amazing. Her name is Cindy, and her channel is called Awakening to Spirit. And she kind of looks like this. She has beautiful kind of silvery long hair, and she has a little dog like this. I don't know why that's relevant. Maybe you like Awakening to Spirit. If you haven't checked out her channel, she's a lot of fun, but also tremendously accurate. I mean, these are my tarot teachers, right? So, and I've been so fortunate to have a personal reading with her, and she's amazing. I don't know why, but that struck me, and Spirit wanted me to say it. So, there's this sense here that it's like, Spirit just said, wherever you go, there you are, right? I don't know who said that very famous line. I think it was a spiritual teacher. Wherever you go, there you are. So it's kind of like in this camper, it's like we're finding our home in a new place, but we're creating that for ourselves. So that's been your journey with Gaia. What are the next steps on your path? The Tarkeen. Growth is good, but I acknowledge it can sometimes be painful. I accept my own wild soul. I can be alone and connected. So now we're kind of going into, we've seen the kind of dirt roads. Well, now we're connecting with Mother Gaia through water, right? Looks like fall, so something might be happening in the fall season for you, the autumn season, but we're connecting with water, flow. Spirit just showed me ocean jasper. I don't know if I have any ocean jasper. I don't have any ocean jasper in my immediate vicinity, but do I? Nope. Ocean jasper is a wonderful crystal to work with for flow and balance and growth, actually. You can see here this little critter. I don't know what that animal is. I don't know if he's like a little, I don't know what that is. A capybara? I have no idea, but he's kind of peering out at us, kind of like one of my cats who's very skittish. She kind of peers out at me like, what are you going to do next? You're going to try to pet me? You're not allowed to pet me. And so there's something here. I mean, it could just be a baby bear. I can't really tell. But there's this sense here that it's kind of like, what are you going to do next? Spirit says it's kind of, the opportunities are opening up and they're emotional, right? This kind of little inlet here leads out to a bigger river or lake or something that is more expansive. Growth is good, but I acknowledge it can sometimes be painful. To me, that talks about change. Maybe if you have migrated to something, there's a sense that even if it's what you wanted, it can be difficult, especially if we move to a new town or even into a new area. It's like we have to kind of get our bearings, find new friends, new acquaintances, new shops, new opportunities in that place. That can sometimes be difficult. I get a clarifier. The next steps on the path. The Hierophant, number 5 of the major arcana, Taurus energy. Taurus, you showed up in your reading. This is collective, though. Thank you, Spirit. There is a Taurus watching, that's for sure. The Redwood Forests. The Redwood National and State Parks, excuse me. What do we know about the redwoods? They're the biggest trees in the world, I believe. If not some of the biggest trees in the entire world. There's this sense that sometimes we can feel so small, and yet the grandeur of these trees makes us feel alive. I've never had the fortune of seeing the redwoods, not yet anyway. I will someday. I think I would start crying, to be honest with you, if I ever got a chance to put my hand on a redwood tree and just experience that energy just towering up to the sky. I think I would break down in tears, and I have no shame about that. But I feel that. I feel this sense of awe that the next step on your journey with Mother Gaia is you're going to be in a place or space that is going to cause you to feel small but mighty, anything but insignificant. It's actually going to make you feel super connected to everything that she has to offer. And understanding, right, especially with the trees have, always put your hands on trees. Just touch trees, commune with trees, talk to trees. Just it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't hurt you. Just really connect with trees. It's so good to connect with trees. There's something about the scope, the size of it, that's going to feel overwhelming at first. Spirit just said intimidating. So there's something on the horizon for you that might be intimidating. Spirit wants you, Mother Gaia wants you to embrace it, like with every fiber of your being. You know that song, what's it called? From that movie, The Last Showman. The Last Showman. It's called This Is Me. I can't remember the lyrics right now. I just hear the melody. I hear people singing, but it's almost like Spirit doesn't need me to sing the lyrics for you, but they want you to listen to the song This Is Me from the soundtrack of The Greatest Showman. It's very inspiring, it's very powerful, it's very uplifting. And this is what I feel. It's like you're gonna go out somewhere and you're just gonna proclaim, universe, this is me. Right? And the Hierophant card, it talks about the connection, the earthly connection to spirit. Oftentimes it can be a person or a group of ideals or philosophies or something. For you, it's like it's the trees, it's nature, it's that connection to nature that's going to allow you to kind of radiate a certain power. And a proclamation, this is me, in all of my imperfection, in all of my sacredness, in all of my grace. Though I may be fallible and human, I am also strong, resolute, and divine. So we end the reading, advice from Spirit, the Ganges. I forgive and do not fear. I accept where I am in this moment, and thus I can flow and grow from here. Look at the lotus flower, the lotus that starts as a seed in the muck and the mire, in the darkness, and grows to the surface. It's this beautiful flower. I forgive and do not fear. Right? I was talking about the flow, and here we have come to the Ganges, which I believe is one of the largest rivers in the world, or one of the most famous at least. So see, remember I was talking about a cityscape? You could be a city dweller, and even in that environment, there's still an opportunity to kind of connect to something sacred. The lotus also, see, I saw this card on my desk, I keep on my desk, it says broken open, sitting inside the lotus. Right? With the mudras, look at our hands. The mudras of meditation, energy work, broken open. This is you. It's beautiful. Can I get a clarifier? Advice from Spirit. Oh my God. Six of Stones and the Sun. I'm so happy for whoever this is. I hope this is resonating for you. But like Six of Stones, Six of Pentacles, finally this sense of equal give and take and reciprocity. What we're putting out into the world is coming back to us. And how it comes back to us is in this kind of glorious energy. Acadia National Park, number 19 of the major arcana, Leo energy. Leo, you showed up in this reading. Just being in awe. The power of nature and your place in it. You are nature. You are the divine. The Sun card talks about abundance of all kinds. Right? Good health, prosperity, family, community, finances, opportunities, shedding light on things, warmth and illumination. It's the best card in the tarot, arguably, and people do argue that. It's the best card in the tarot. That's a really beautiful reading. Go out into nature if you can, whoever is watching this reading. It's important. It's important for your health, your spiritual health, mental, and emotional. So that's your reading, collective. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you.